Hello everyone, welcome to a new video here on Let's Walk Around Stockholm. Another day, another walk, you know it. And while we are listening to the sound of the little fountain over there, we will walk here in downtown Stockholm. Almost as central as you can get, but still an area that I don't walk a lot. And I know what you're thinking, Daniel, again, a night video? Yes, I know, I'm sorry about too many night videos. But the thing is, I have no time during the day. So that's why I have to film a bit later on the day these weeks during the Christmas holiday. So yeah, that's why we're doing a lot of night videos. So we are kind of at the end of Drottninggatan. Normally when I go to Drottninggatan it is, you know, on the way to Gamla Stan, to the old town, but now we're walking into the opposite direction. And this is the side that most tourists actually hop over, unfortunately. Usually they walk here and then kind of somewhere here or even a bit before they turn around and go back to Central Station, which is such a waste because this street has more to offer. So here to the left we have Barnhusgatan. We're gonna move over a little bit more here. Passing Adolf Fredriks Kyrkogatan. And up there it kind of goes up a hill. And let's see what we got there. As I said in many of my other videos before, like downtown Stockholm sometimes really surprises me. It's like super busy at some point, and then suddenly I'm just walking and I'm all by myself. That happened to me in the old town last week, and it basically just happened here right now as well. Like behind me there's literally thousands of people shopping. Literally 100 meters behind me, but then you go here and there's only a few people left. It's really weird. Wallingatan. So this block is called Grönlandet Norra, which basically means the Greenland north, like the north side of it. The Swedish House of Finance. Sounds fancy. I prefer this. Beyond Retro, vintage store. Really cool. If you have a party, you know where to go. I actually remember quite clearly the first time I went to Stockholm. I kind of got lost here, I remember. I was looking for a store to buy a wallet, and I knew it was in one of these side streets. It was a store called Skank. Yeah, I know, it's a funny name. But anyway, and I saw they had like cool colorful t-shirts, you know, in like African and reggae colors, you know, those kind of. And I saw a really cool wallet I wanted to have, and I knew it was somewhere here because I looked on the website, but I was walking around for an hour, couldn't find it. And just when I wanted to give up, I was standing in front of it. Because this is like, you know, 2007. I didn't have Google Maps. I didn't even have a smartphone in 2007, so yeah, it was different. But in the end, I did find it, as usual. Because also I have sometimes this little pride thing where yeah, let's take a little left here. I don't even know what's here. So I have this pride thing where I kind of refuse to ask. You know, there's a lot of people to ask, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna find this by myself. It's cool. It seems like everyone really enjoyed my video on Monteliusvägen with the beautiful view. It turned out really well, I think, because it's hard to predict how it's gonna look when you're just watching on a very small screen. The most common question on my channel is, what do I use to film? I use a DJI Pocket 2, and the version I use is the Creators Combo. And what's so cool about the Creators Combo? Well, it has a wireless microphone with it that I attach to my jacket. So yeah, that's what I use. And the screen on it to see what you're filming is extremely small. It is as small as your thumb, basically. So not the thumb, more like the nail of your thumb. It's really small. So it's hard to predict how it's gonna look. It's basically guessing. The only thing you can do is keep your arm straight and talk a lot, as I do. All right, we are at Tegnérlunden. Really beautiful buildings here. All these side streets. It's both residential, but there's also a lot of companies, official organizations having their offices here. So it's a bit of a mix. So now we are at Rådmansgatan. But let's go that way a little bit. See, this is what I mean. We're like 300 meters from Stockholm Central Station, and there's no one. And we're like 50 meters from the main shopping street. It's crazy. That's so typically Stockholm. So for the people that watch my videos a lot, what is your favorite walk that I've done? Because I know there's some people that have watched more than 100 of my walks. What's your favorite? Let me know. I'm really curious if your favorites are the same as mine. Because that, of course, doesn't have to be the same thing at all. Öleriet, pub and bar. Isn't pub and bar the same thing? How can you call something a pub and a bar? Can someone tell me the difference? Because for me, a bar is a place where you drink, and a pub is a place where you drink. But maybe I'm not familiar with all the names. Oh. All right, so this is Kungstensgatan and Upplandsgatan. Yes, now I know where I am. A lot of these recycling stations that you see everywhere. the week after Christmas is the week where the country, it's probably the same everywhere, has the most recycling. And why? Because all the wraps of the Christmas papers. Every kid is getting presents and all the presents are wrapped, so there's a lot of paper, a lot of plastic, a lot of glass. There's a lot of drinking, so there's a lot of bottles, a lot of everything basically. Alright, so we are now here at the crossing of Observatoriegatan, and yeah, let's go that way a little bit. Oh. I like it. It's a bit of a random walk, but those are usually the best. And in the end I'm thinking, oh, where am I? I don't even know where I am. I must admit that it happened once or twice that I got so tired of the walking, especially when I do 2 or even 3 walks in one day. This happened also. That in the end I'm thinking, all right, time for an Uber. I've done it a few times, I'm not gonna lie. Because if you walk so much then, and it's late, and you know, you're just tired. So I am considering it today. It cost about 20 euros from the city back to my place, maybe 25 depending on where I am. Uber is much cheaper than a regular taxi. But yeah, of the 300 walks, I've maybe done it 3 times. Still better than owning a car, so don't judge me, please. Let's go across the street here. I can imagine it's a little bit uncomfortable when you're filming someone and then they're looking behind them and they see someone with a camera. So if that happens and I can kind of sense they're uncomfortable, I usually just go to the other side of the street, because I don't want people to have the idea that I'm like following them or, you know, those kind of things. Because really the last thing I want is to annoy people. It's always a fine balance between, you know, you wanna have people in your video, but in your videos, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to intrude on people's privacy, because if you're allowed to do it is one thing, but if people enjoy it or like it or appreciate it, it's a different thing. Because officially in Sweden, you can film anyone everywhere you want. It doesn't really matter if you get really close. It doesn't matter if you're where you are. If you're in a public space, you can film them. But of course, if you go with a camera on someone's face, yeah, that's not really appreciated. So always try to keep some distance. And also some people ask me, what would I do if people complain? If people actually complain about me filming them, then, and they're really like reasonable, then I'll delete the video immediately. All right, it's quite busy here at the ice ring here. In the summer, this is the football pitch here in Vasaparken. But now there's a lot of people playing hockey and things like that. It's really nice. Let's have a look. cool, little families. It's so bright here. Really cool. So I made it actually all the way to Odenplan here, which is located in Vasastan. So I kind of circled around from Drottninggatan, kind of around Rådmansgatan, and then to Odenplan. An area where I've been in many of my walks, but not like this. I always come from the other side. It's perfect because from Odenplan the train goes. So I was talking before about the Uber, but no, because I ended up now at the station, I will take the train home straight from there. Where am I going? Let's go this way. I really love this church here, up here. I really like the feeling of, you know, walking through a little bit of a dark area, and then suddenly you go around the corner and there's a church like arising, kind of, because they're always nice and lit up. They really stand out. And as I said before, although I never go into a church, I still appreciate how they look, and I really think they make city centers look a lot better. It's like kind of a connection to the past as well, because usually they're very old. Not usually, they're actually always very old. Don't think they're building new ones. Maybe replacing old ones with new ones on the same spot, that they probably do. Alright, it's green. As we say in Swedish, än så länge. It means like, at least so far. Because I notice a lot of you people watching in the chat, and you know, also in the comments, it's a lot of people are learning Swedish. So one of the reasons that you're watching these videos is because you are interested in Sweden, of course, but also the Swedish language. It's very clear to me. because a lot of people are pointing it out, so it's really nice. So if you want to know something in Swedish, if you need some help with Swedish, you know, let me know in the comment section. And you know, if I can't really help you in the comment or chat, then and if it's a really good question, I can answer it in the day after. That's also why live videos are really good, because you can help people straight away. Because as I said many times before, I really like this community thing we got going. So ask away, I would say. All right, so we are at Odenplan now. I would say it's time to almost round up this video. I think this was video 309. We're getting there, almost 1 year of walking. Alrighty. Thank you for watching, people, and I really hope to see you all tomorrow on another walk in Stockholm. Bye.